Alright y'all, it's November 11th. Afternoon hunt. I was at one of my spots where this big 8-pointer's at. So I was at church again and he showed up in broad daylight. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And I'm not really worried about it. I'm gonna try to get in there tomorrow evening and Wednesday evening. Severe temperature change and the wind's gonna be right. So hoping he doesn't show tonight, hoping he shows tomorrow or Wednesday. Right now I'm going to hunt a freak that I had show up on camera on the first kill of the year's food plot where I killed that doe. And I've noticed these deer getting to this food plot probably an hour or two later than they're normally getting in there an hour before dark. Now they're getting in there 2 hours after, hour and a half after dark. I've noticed, I pay attention to trees in town. A bunch of water oaks in town have been raining the last couple weeks, and that's why the deer are getting to that food plot later. I know where the closest water oaks are to there. It's in a big privet thicket on the inside corner, and I think that's where that buck is going to be bedding at, or where he's going to be sliding through at. It's about 500 yards. If you look at OnX maps, you can see it's a good ways from that food plot. So I'll be approaching with the southwest wind. Perfect. Slide in there and we'll see if we can make it happen. Come join me. Y'all, I'm run down at this point in the year. All you can do is try. It's another one of those perfect scenarios, perfect days to kill a buck. The pressure's rising, barometric pressure's rising. It's the high of like 55 today for Georgia, which would be the equivalent to like a high of 9 for Iowa. It's gonna be really cold in the morning. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to try this same 8-pointer that I hunted in the Pine Flats. It's got like a curved G3s. He's a nice buck, 120-inch deer, mature deer. And he's been all over this camera. I'm talking about daylight here, daylight there, daylight here, daylight there. I'm over somewhere else. He's daylight. And part of that's the thermals. In the evenings I can't hunt it really if it's not like a hard strong wind. Like right now, this weather I might be able to get away with it because we've got pretty good winds up into the evening, and the whole day is pretty much the same temperature, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of thermal changes. So this is a good opportunity to capitalize. He was in there this morning. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna get in here and see if I can kill this daggum deer. Get on the board. Finally. It's been a grind. But I'm gonna head that way. And we'll see y'all when I'm walking in the woods yet again. got warm clothes. I got trail mix. Oh man, I'm prepared for a long sit. About to walk to the tree. We'll see y'all in a second. Well, I wanted to address something. The thermals in the evenings are always gonna fall if you're on a hill, which in turn you can go up to a stand or a place that you're gonna hunt. You can say, oh, I've got a 12-mile-an-hour north wind and I'm gonna hunt that this evening because my wind's good. Well, right at prime time, your scent and your wind is gonna change 180 degrees and it's gonna go to the bottom. That's why I normally can't hunt this spot in the evenings unless I get at the base of it, which is a risky move, and I might try that eventually. But if you look at your OnX illustration right now, I'm going to show you kind of how this lays out. There's a ridge line, the topo layer on this app, you can look at it, but there's a ridge line. I'm right on the edge, and with me being right on the edge, the temperatures this evening are dropping. It's getting colder and colder as the day progresses. So this is the only day that I have to where this will work in the evening. This buck shows up in the evening more than he does in the morning. So that's the thought process behind this hunt today. Was coming, and at first, because if you look at his G3s, they kind of point towards forward. That's the buck that I'm after. He has that same characteristic, so the first second I seen him, I thought that was him. But it wasn't. But I like that he didn't smell me. Alright guys, well, there again, didn't see the buck. He was in there this morning. I don't know what to think. More buck musical chairs, but we're gonna hunt hard tomorrow.
You better hang up and film your intro on your way.
I am, I'm doing it right now, guys. Like Nick said, we got a little predicament right now, but this deer, he's Mr. Unpredictable, ain't he, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Unpredictable. If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen, and I'll be able to slide in here. But we shall see. See y'all on the tree. Dear God, let this work out. If it be your will. Let's give it a try. Alright. I'm in here. The Big 8 was in here on Sunday, broad daylight. Barometer's like 30.33. This deer's always one step ahead of me. Always. Mr. Unpredictable. God. Oh my God, I don't know if y'all can see that. I just dropped him right there. Y'all ain't trying to stand pots on you. But my gosh, man. Yo, I worked my butt off like all year. All year. And this deer, y'all, every single time, this deer was always one step ahead of me. Always one step ahead. My wind right now is like northeast, almost right in line with that deer when he came downwind. Sure enough, he comes out there like y'all saw. I had a doe under me. I'm looking at 2 GoPros, by the way, because one of my cards is always messed up, so I'm making sure I get this for y'all. But I slid my can call out just to give him a few calls, and a doe was right under me when I did it, and I didn't know that, and she took off and she blew. Well, when she blew, he locked in on it and he started coming towards her to get on her, and he made a big loop, and I snort wheezed at him when he was out there. I don't know what I got on the camera, so I'll apologize, but he started coming down from me. And I'm gonna show you. I don't know if this thing's working still, but he came just like this. I snort wheeze there, and he came right down through here, and he come up behind me here, and you see that bow holder right here. I had to swing it out the way, and I shot him right through that little hole right through there. I don't know how I squeezed an arrow through that. He was about to get my wind. But man, this is all God, y'all. I just want y'all to know God gets every single bit of glory for the struggle, the trial, and the kill for this deer. It's all God. It has nothing to do with me. And golly, I'm blessed. So I give thanks to him. Still trying to process all this. I'm gonna get down and let's go take a look at him. I'm gonna let y'all come with me. All right, guys, I got him. God is good. Big body Georgia buck. A lot of work, a lot of time and effort went into this deer. This is an old deer. I got a buddy that's got pictures of this deer over the years. So he's probably around that 6.5 plus range, but just blessed. He's probably not gonna score crazy awesome, but he's a trophy to me. Big, old, mature. This deer's always a step ahead of me. And I'm gonna get some pictures of him and get him to the cooler. We'll take some better pictures of him tomorrow. All right, guys, well, it's the next morning. I figured I would do a little recap on this buck, kind of what went into this hunt. You know, this deer was so unpredictable. His name, I don't name deer anymore. He's just a big 8-pointer, but if I was, I'd call him Mr. Unpredictable. He was always one step ahead of me continually. He'd be here, I'd be somewhere else. I try to predict the best times that a buck should be on his feet, high pressure, multiple times. Try to get the solunar, all that stuff in line. When the moon was overhead, all that stuff, and he would never really fit the script. He would always show up on like the worst hunting days that one would think would be a good time to hunt him, and that's just kind of how he was. He always had my number, and I knew with this severe temperature change, I think yesterday the high was 55 for Georgia, which is really low for this area. So with that, I knew that I had a good chance. I looked at the barometer. I don't know if y'all ever pay attention to the barometer, but the barometer was like 30.33, which I haven't seen it that high in a long time. So I figured I had a chance. I had already planned to come to this food plot, and it just, I don't know, God, it just worked out. And couldn't be more happy with this deer to get on the board in Georgia. So now Gonna be hitting some public up. I've got some really good spots I've been wanting to go to. This deer has robbed me from so many times that I was planning to go somewhere else just because I hated this deer beating me all the time. And so I probably sat on him 36, 35 plus times. I hadn't really counted it up yet. But just blessed to be able to be out here and enjoy God's creation. If you enjoy this content, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you can follow along for the next hunt. And trying to get these videos to y'all as quickly as I can throughout the season. But until the next time, God bless.